Okay, so welcome everybody to call number 2 for our fall focus group. I have with me live Abby and Rose, and I just would love, I always like starting my calls. It just puts us in a positive energy space of a win for the week or a win over the last couple weeks. What is something that you're really excited about right now that's went well, going well, something that happened, anything you want to share? Abby, you want to start?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things that we talked about last Tuesday, like with my homework, and I have my homework. So one of my items that I knew I had to do right away because I had a workshop on Sunday was rewrite my demo and put it into, I said an outline. I actually wrote it all down, and then I put it in an outline format. And the bad thing was I forgot to print it on Sunday before I left. I was going to take it with me. My husband was at the computer when we were home, when I was getting out the door. And you write on your paper. And I literally didn't remember until walking into the host house. I'm like, oh, goodness. So I got everybody in, and I was like, oh, welcome, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Carrington, please tell us what you made, everybody. And I gave her one of the Italian toast packages, which I think are amazing, by the way, just to give them like a thing of seasoning and a recipe card. I'm like, here, make this. And everybody seems to like it. So I think that's a win. I'm looking forward to getting the Mexican one as an option, and I literally sat there at the table in the other room and did like a quick outline of what I needed to talk about. And I followed it, and it was really good. And I had 2 people that were interested in the opportunity. So I must have said something really good. But I had missed referrals. Just one thing at a time. I don't know how I just, that's okay. And potentially, I'm going to say 1.5 more bookings.
Okay.
One's looks like a freezer meal, like workshop / baby shower. And then the other one, a friend is doing her official launch party with Norwex.
Okay.
She has she does house cleaning and getting ready for like sales and stuff like that. So she just joined Norwex because she sells it anyway and uses it. But she asked if I could come and do a tasting like during her open house. So that's my half.
Yeah.
I'm not banking on that. Just still gonna have stuff available and information and be there supporting her. And she's a good friend and customer of mine.
So tell us about your testimonial from your host who's going to be on the webinar tomorrow night.
She is a future host.
Future host, yeah, future host.
Yeah, future host. What do you like? Who she is, or
yeah, well, just tell us what she did. I mean, I know, but
oh, okay. So Rose, if you haven't seen my Facebook page, so I used those flyers that Mandy shared with our team, and they were amazing. I said to her first, I'm like, okay, so Lindsay, you want to have a little fun with me? And she's like, okay. I'm like, so when you're done, and we're going to take a picture by your cooler with these signs. And she's like, oh, that'll be nice. And I'm like, I'm going to take a picture with your phone, and I want you to tag me and, put up what you did and what you're doing. And she didn't like send out a mass invite to people. Like, she's letting people come to her. Like, she's directly like, and she wants she was like, I want people to be interested in this, not just be like, hey, this is what I'm doing, here's an invite.
Yeah.
She understands that Facebook invites get lost.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's like, well, and when we first talked in August, I'll just invite via Facebook. I'm like, okay. And I said, the best way to invite is personal.
Yeah.
Like, if you know of somebody who has a need, reach out to them.
You want them there.
Right. And so she's had a lot of communicate, a lot of comments and likes and people that are coming in that way. So, and then yesterday she was home with her son and made the lasagna, the crock pot lasagna, and she did a really cool video. Like, I had to invite you. I was like, oh my gosh. And then if you go back, you'll see another video of her 17-month-old son that's going to town on the lasagna. It's so cute. So, I mean, she's, when I asked her about it, when I saw that she had a 5 marked, and 5, you could definitely say that they've maybe thought about it, or they're not ready to like sign up today, but I mean, they might, but she's like, so tell me about that. And I used one of Sonara's lines, so tell me about this. She's like, well, can we not talk right now? I'm like, we can totally talk later. I would love to set up a time and, just planting. I must have planted the seed pretty good.
Yeah.
And I we'll see where it goes. I'm not, it's not somebody when I initially met her that I thought that she would be, way on board for the opportunity. She works full time. She is expecting her second baby in December. She's still going to school to complete a degree. She's, but we all have a need and a want and a desire, and you just have to offer up the opportunity to whomever it is. Like, so that's fine. But
she's hopping on our webinar tomorrow night. And I'm really excited to meet her. So Abby's had an awesome week. I'm really excited for her. I'm really, really excited for her. Lots of wins over the last couple months, and her momentum is pulled up. And Abby, what I can just tell you from you can't hear me? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Just a second. I'm going to see if this is better.
I can't hear anything.
Can you hear me?
I can hear Sarah. I can hear Abby.
Abby, we can hear you. Okay. All right, good. Well, what I just was going to say is if you can just tell from Abby's energy, it's just such pull energy. Like that's, there's a reason. Yes, it's that she had a concentrated demo of things that she wanted to say at her party. Yes, she's in her groove. Yes, it's fall, but it's also because she's just creating like a pull energy. Like she said, I could have had 3 bookings. I had 2 rep leads. My host is so excited about her crock pot lasagna. So she's doing her own plugs for it on her Facebook page. So when you have just such a pull energy, you just are like grabbing from the top fruit of the tree, because it doesn't matter if someone doesn't want to get on board, because there's plenty of people that want to. So excited for her. She had a huge, great success like we all did with the mega sale. That will lead me into the battle of the hosts in a moment. But before I do that, Rose, while you're waiting there and before you get on the bus, what was a win for the last couple weeks? Tell us some good news.
Yeah. So sorry for the traffic here.
No, it's okay.
But my big, I guess, win is I actually just realized today I changed one of my passwords in order to include the CSF in it. And I know that may not sound like much, but I actually use that password 10 times a day. So I'm actually typing out finish my CSFs. 10 times a day.
I like that rubber band snapping that Jack taught us. Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I've actually been finishing my CSFs, and my CFS are done for today. Like, I'm just waiting for text back if they have anything. So I'm super excited about that. I also had 2 parties this weekend, and I've went into them thinking I need at least 2 parties from each of them, and came out with 3 bookings and 2 maybes.
Oh, wow.
Excellent. I know. So I feel like I'm on fire, and it's exciting.
And you had a great mega sale?
Yes, I did. I had like $500 in sales, which is awesome.
From the comfort of your home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, love,
So.
love everything about this. Yes. So you're feeling momentum and tons of full
Yes.
energy.
And on top of that, I have 3 people in the works for signing up.
Oh my gosh.
So
Awesome.
non-party related.
And are you how are you doing that? Are you feeling like I'm just going to schedule a one-on-one with them, hopping on a webinar? Does that work? Like, what are you feeling like your next steps are?
One of them, I really kind of would like to see her on a webinar because I think she could take this a lot further than just doing it here and there.
Right.
And she wants to too. So she is committed to either doing Wednesday or Sunday. I'm just waiting to hear from her.
Okay.
What works best. And then one just contacted me like literally half an hour ago, and she's like, well, that sounds amazing. I just want to sign up as a rep. I'm like, okay.
All right.
Let's talk because I've never met you. So we're going to be talking in like an hour.
Cool.
And then the third one, she is kind of on the fence about it, but thinking about it. So I'm just going to follow up with her this week, see where she's at, and then kind of go from there with her.
Okay, well, great. Guys, like my news is nothing compared to your all's. I love it. I'm just excited about getting all my mailings done. Oh, that's awesome, Rose. Okay, awesome. All right, Melissa, your win for the last couple weeks or whenever since the last time we talked. Oh, I can't hear you, dear. Just a second. There we go. Wait a minute. There we go.
Let me know if you can hear.
Now we can hear you.
Perfect. Biggest win just happened on Sunday. Went to the naval base here in Jacksonville, and really no one had ever heard of Wild Tree before. So it was a lot of introduction of the product, comparing what we offer and what my focus as far as Wild Tree is. And sidebar to that, I kept telling people, spices are great. Oils are delicious, but the workshops is where I focus my energy for my family, because that's what makes the most sense for us.
Yep.
And pulling at the deployable spouses strings and just kind of making those connections.
Yeah.
But just saying, this is what I did. This is how it helps our family. You can't beat $17, $18 meals that feed 4 people. You just,
Can't beat it.
The practicality of it. But everyone here was loving the pumpkin cheesecake blend.
Mm-hmm.
I served it twice, 2 Sundays in a row. First to like the vendors, because we were doing a meet and greet, so we knew each other. And then the actual event on Sunday. And then I showcased the s'mores blend as well, because I had jars on hand. Had the grapeseed oil set out, and then because I was going to be gone for dinner, I made ranch chicken chili, and I had that in the crock pot and served that as well. Loved the ranch chicken chili. Told them how easy it was. I actually kicked it up a little bit and threw in some chipotle lime, so it was like a spicy.
Ooh, I like the lime too.
Yeah,
that's the
lime.
lime.
But still keeping it so super easy. Chicken breast, beans, the corn, the basic recipe, but just with a little flavor kick. So very receptive until the downpour at exactly 2 o'clock. My lead slips even got drenched, so they had to dry out first. Thank God I didn't lose any ink.
Oh, nice.
But everyone hosting, or attending, and then this one was every check mark possible. So this was definite. Also had people like, for sure I want to host, like commenting on the event page on Facebook. So I was going to give them till tomorrow.
Yep.
Just so I could kind of decompress.
Yeah. We
have a little bit of a weirder schedule today anyway. Hubby's gone, blah, 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 details. So I told them I'd be following up Wednesday or Thursday this week to get them on the schedule and see what we can book. So.
I just feel like such an abundance from you right now. And I think with that girl that checked everything, I'd be like, there was so much interest. I'm going to need help. Like, I need help attending everybody's. Can you hop on a webinar and hear what Wild Tree's about? So I need you on my team, basically. Like, I need help.
Yeah, the potential, just like in Hawaii, was huge. Just there, no one seemed to gravitate to the whole, no, really, I need someone to take over part.
Yeah.
But here, with this being a dry wild treat, I'm going to make that
Yeah.
kind of terminology up.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
The potential's here. So,
And the shipping's not an issue.
what's the $7 shipping?
Oh, I love it. Oh, you guys, I'm really, really excited about everybody's wins. So your homework was to finish up to page 9 in here. And we chatted about like some of your personal goals and how, how you're going to get to them. So goals are one thing, but a strategy on how to get there and breaking that down makes your goals pretty much dreams if you have no action plan, right? We all know that. So how am I going to get there, and how specific is it going to get? So I'm going to pull Abby in here, even though I don't see her. One of the main things that we have been working on is she's like, I want team members. And I'm like, okay, but how many team members do you want, and when do you want them by? So Rose, going back to your example of I have 3 people that want to sign on. A goal for you in a place of kind of urgency, and I don't want them to not to change their mind, for lack of better words. I want these team members to sign up by October 25th or whatever your deadline is. And I'm going to do that by scheduling a one-on-one or having them hop on a webinar by the end of this week. So that will go in your CSFs, right? Because you're not going to let anybody slip through the cracks. And like Melissa, you already did that with these 3 potential hosts, 4 potential hosts, and then this lead. I am going to my pool guys here. You should see our pool. It's actually a lake, and I don't think they need me, but I keep looking out the window to see if they need me. I don't think they need me. But I would say, okay, I am following up with these people. Call number 1 or contact number 1 is going to be Wednesday. Sense of urgency. I don't want them to lose interest. It will be Friday. Call number 2 will be Friday. And then I'm going to say, hey, let's just touch base. It's been a week since our event on Sunday night, something like that. So nobody slips through the cracks. Okay, so moving forward, 2 main things I want to cover today, which I don't really think I'm going to spend a whole heck of a lot of time because you guys are a little farther along in your vintage and your, you know what you're doing type of thing. But the biggest thing I think that reps battle with, I know that I've battled with before, is my well dries up, okay? And when my well dries up, I'm like, who can I contact next? But more importantly, who did they know that I can contact next? So that's where referrals comes in, okay? And Jenny has been spending a lot of time with me on my referrals and asking for referrals. You know this. You've been hearing me say this time and time again. So when you're on a webinar or you're on a one-on-one and they're like, yeah, I think I'm just going to order a workshop kit first. I want to try that out. You've spoken so heavily about that. Okay, that's great. But who do you know? That's awesome. I want to place that order for you. I'm going to follow up. Who do you know that would also like this workshop kit? Surely you know someone with dietary restrictions or who's just as busy as you are. Let them think. And then when they're saying, well, I think my sister actually would really like this. Like her daughter has, do you have gluten-free ones? Like her daughter is celiac. I actually can see her buying one of these. Yeah, we've got gluten-free ones. What's the best way I can contact your sister so that you're getting their contact information? What's the best way? And then you're writing that down. And then you're also saying, okay, just for silly giggles here, what's the latest fun thing that you've done with your sister? Because I'm going to tie that in. And then she's like, oh, we just actually saw each other at a birthday party last week. The kids were a riot. The adults had fun. Okay, great. So I'm going to tie that into my conversation. Like, hey, Abby, I just talked to your sister, Melissa. She said you guys just saw each other at a birthday party. listen, I spent some time with Melissa offering something that she thinks you might be interested in. Let me know when you have time to chat. And then you just follow the same contacts system for her that you would have followed for Abby, getting her on the phone. The second thing I want to say is you guys are all three, I believe, on the Battle of the Hosts. So Mega Sale, Battle of the Host, it's the same concept that we are doing a team event. We are creating team momentum. I just did a video right now on the Mega Sale for our team, and I'm going to post it to the event page. A little bit more about what it is, the host coaching videos that are going to come out, and stay tuned for extra incentives. So some more education behind it. But the premise, like what's the context? What's the context of the Mega Sale? What's the context of the Battle of the Host? The context and the why behind that is three main things. It creates a team event that's easy to get our teams plugged into. And the best way to do that is if we do it ourselves. The second thing is sales. It's sales driven. So you're going to see a lot of sales posts like the Mega Sale, but it's going to come from a little bit more of, like Melissa said, a time-saving piece, but also like a healthy piece. Like, why do you want to use Wild Tree over a different brand, like Donna Hedrick said at conference? And the third thing is, it is a lead generator. So if you're looking at pages 14 to 15, after the Battle of the Hosts is done, and after the Mega Sale is done, my goal for all of us is to have these names generated with new leads. Then in November, end of October, beginning of November, the fortune's all going to be in the follow-up. There's going to be some junk leads in there, and by that I mean they're not going to want to do anything. They got their kids' cheese and their taco seasoning, and they're a one-night stand. That's what I like to call them. That's okay. We have so many, we don't care. We can't keep track of everyone, right? So the goal is for us just to work our business with all these new leads, because like Melissa said, there's going to be a whole batch of people that this is going to be their first exposure to Wild Tree. And the momentum and the energy behind the Battle of the Hosts is going to they're going to be a fear of missing out. They're not going to want to miss out on having Wild Tree because, gosh darn it, there's 100 other people on this event that seem to want to do this. So I've got to want to do this too. So the Battle of the Hosts is going to, and the Mega Sale are going to generate leads, but we are going to have a ton of abundancy. This is where rep leads are going to come in handy. Think about a brand new rep and think about what we can do to set them up for business. When you have a brand new rep, the best thing you're going to do is say, hey, we just did this Battle of the Hosts in October. We're going to do another one in November. I want you to join. You could get your first 1,000 in sales just from participating in our team Battle of the Hosts. Does that sound of interest to you? Yeah, it sounds great. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to follow your coattails. And just that sense of pride and accomplishment by entering in 1,000 sales without having to lead her home. So I guess the homework would be huge participation in Battle of the Hosts. You all have leads. You're all documenting leads. Like Rose just said, it's going to be in those critical success factors. Your goal card, not your goal card, your CSFs on page 18 and 19, fill those out. My last challenge for you would be having 3 people on a one-on-one, either with you or a webinar next week. So 3 people, either 2 on Wednesday, all 3 on Wednesday, 2 on Wednesday, 1 on Sunday. Get them on a webinar, because since we have this abundance of people now, we are going to want to get more team members to share the duty, share the load. So critical success factors with 3 scheduled one-on-ones, and you need to be filling out and sharing that with your teams, filling out your memory jockers and your contact list in your Roots for Success training. And then obviously Battle of Hosts, which you guys are all about. So I know you're going to have great energy for that. Any questions at all, guys? Gals?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
So the Battle of the Host stuff will just be on our team page,
It's going to be on the event page.
the
So
event page.
I'm
Okay.
going to upload a video today. I'm going to upload scripts for inviting, like words that you can use for inviting people to host. And then when we add our hosts, which is going to be Friday and Saturday, it depends. Like you may get a host Saturday night. So it's okay. Just quickly add them. There's going to be 3 hostess coaching videos. And the host coaching videos are going to tell them exactly what they have to do. So you're going to just want to make sure that your hosts watch the host coaching videos. And they're easy.
Okay.
They're super.
And follow up like we normally would.
Yep.
No. Okay. Because I saw that Hope put an announcement on her page. So I didn't see that.
Yep, she did, and I'm going to post that kind of script to our Facebook event page after the video. So everybody's going to have to watch the video, which is 5 minutes, and then I'll post scripts about what you can use on your VIP page and what you can use Facebook Messenger to invite people.
Okay, perfect. I'll get on that.
I'm excited. We really recrafted the posts a lot. Like we recrafted them so that they're more sales driven and lead driven, kind of like the mega sale, with an educational component. And the graphics, we're hoping to tie in some videos, quick, short little videos of how to use it. So it's covering the why you want to use it and how to use it. And then there's going to be information about hosting and becoming a rep, but it's not going to be heavy on that because that's not the context of the party. This will come in the follow-up. Like, would you want to be a Battle of the Host host? Have you thought about the business opportunity? That's all going to come in the follow-up.
Okay.
Well, I can't say good job enough. I really this made my day. It could rain and I would still be happy. So your energy gives me energy. Your excitement gives me excitement. And just think about what that does on a big team panel. And not everybody will follow. We know that, but so many will. So great job, you guys. I'll post the recording. And then as soon as my video is uploaded to YouTube, I'll post that to our Battle of the Hosts.
Good deal.
All right, good deal. All right, guys, have a good one. Good luck, Rose. You have a half an hour and timing. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.